What's up, you guys? Man, it's so nice out here. Have to get outside for a minute. Hope everybody's doing well. Wanted to talk for a moment about the idea of self-coaching. It's a really important concept for Jiu-Jitsu, but it's also an important life concept. Self-coaching, so obviously it's exactly what it says. It's the ability to coach yourself. You know, when you do something like Jiu-Jitsu competitions or MMA fights or whatever, other sports, you know, you always have your coach out on the sidelines giving you guidance and telling you what to do. You know, they have a good perspective, a different perspective, and obviously that's a very useful tool. But it's also very important to learn to coach yourself. You also have a very unique perspective, being the one in the action in Jiu-Jitsu. So being able to coach yourself is very valuable. And this isn't just for competition. This is in regular everyday practice. You want to learn to coach yourself. In the beginning, it's very important to learn to tell yourself to stay calm and to relax and to breathe. That should almost be like a mantra in your mind when you're grappling in the beginning. That's one of the first things you want to learn to coach yourself through, and it's one of the hardest things for most people, is to stay calm and relax and to breathe. So if you're going to get into a grappling match in practice, to be able to self-coach yourself through this, you just kind of have to agree with yourself before the match that no matter what happens, that you succeeded if you were able to self-coach yourself to breathe, stay calm and relax. And if you were able to actually do that during the match, whether you get tapped out or whatever happens, doesn't matter. If you were able to stay calm and breathe and relax because you coached yourself to do that, then that's a successful round for sure. All right, and you'll find that you may get submitted more in the process of doing that in the beginning, but you'll actually also see that you might do better. You might do a better job of defending. You might do a better job of seeing other submissions available. When you're not so focused on those things, sometimes you actually become more aware of them. So you'll notice that a lot. Like when I put people through drills and I add restrictions, like, oh, okay, we're gonna roll, you're only allowed to do kimuras. They might start rolling and they realize all the opportunities for triangles that they have, and they never realize these opportunities until they're not allowed to do them. That happens a lot, so it's an awareness tip. But yeah, the ability to coach yourself. What's up, Cody? The ability to coach yourself is very important, and as I said in the beginning, being able to coach yourself to stay calm, relax, and breathe is very important. Then you'll start to find yourself in situations. Maybe somebody mounts you, gets the mount position, and you're underneath. You stay calm, you're breathing, you're relaxed, you're defending, and then you need to begin coaching yourself out of the situation. You can't just defend. You can't just create like this defensive posture and stay there. You need to coach yourself through the escape, through your offense, and that's very important. You remind yourself in your mind, you know, I've been here before, I know what to do, and then coach yourself through the steps. First, I'm gonna trap the arm, then I'm gonna trap the leg, and then when the time is right, I'm gonna bridge my hips and knock them over. Just like that. You know, you just do that process through your mind. The more you do that, you know, obviously it's gonna be slow in the beginning, but the more you do that, the faster you can do it. You can actually train your body to do the things before you even get in the coaching process. Your body learns to do these things automatically eventually, but it takes that phase. Sorry, my voice is fading today. It takes that practice in that time of self-coaching in order to get to a point where your body actually can react before the self-coaching is necessary. But there's always going to be times and moments where it is necessary. So self-coaching is a huge part of your jiu-jitsu training, and getting really good at that is very important. There's many examples that we could use. It's also a very important aspect to your everyday life, being able to coach yourself, you know, and work through situations in life by coaching yourself. So just like in a jiu-jitsu match, if you find yourself in a bad or tough situation in life, when you find yourself in a bad or tough situation, self-coaching is very valuable. We talked before about being quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Well, that's one way that you can coach yourself. If you find yourself in a situation where maybe it's a heated argument, something like that, something you disagree about, it's important to then coach yourself in your mind. Say, don't speak, just listen. Hear this person through, let them finish. And then when they're done talking, I will calmly speak. Man, that can save you a lot of trouble if you get good at that. You know, when you're in a moment, you're telling yourself to stay calm and to relax. Don't speak till it's your turn. Don't be rude, but use wisdom, use self-control, use self-discipline, and coach yourself through that process. It's amazing what you can do. You can take a situation that could be very heated and become vocally violent even, or even eventually physically violent, and you can totally dissolve it by just coaching yourself a little bit through the process. And you can probably get your point across even better. You know, in jiu-jitsu, when you coach yourself through something, you tend to get better results. You tend to remember, okay, I know this technique here, you go through the steps, and eventually it's going to start working for you. You're going to have better results. You'll be more efficient. And it's the same thing in life when you have discussions with people, arguments, if you want to call it that. The ability to coach yourself through that process, to do it properly, you're going to even have better results at the end of the day. So many ways you can coach yourself in life, through situations. You could be stuck in traffic, becoming impatient. You can coach yourself through that. Maybe you receive some bad news, and you can coach yourself through that process. It's a very valuable tool. So if you don't practice self-coaching already, I highly recommend it, both in jiu-jitsu, as you practice, as you drill, as you grapple on the mat live, but also in life, many situations where you can do that. Another important part of this is actually, I don't know, confrontation, self-praise even. So it's important to learn to critique yourself and confront yourself about your performance, if we're talking about jiu-jitsu, about your various life situations, life decisions. You know, am I making good decisions? Is this the good decision? Was that a good idea? Think things through and confront yourself. How could I have done this better? You know, on the mat, once again, you know, why do I keep getting choked? Why do I keep getting armbarred? Think about what you did wrong, and that's how you learn from your mistakes. That's how you get better. They say you either win or you learn, but that's only true if you are doing that actively, right? Some people win and then they make excuses. Other people win and then they ask, why did that happen? Why did I lose? And then they learn. So learning comes from self-confrontation, self-examination, that sort of thing. And that's an important part of growth and continued growth and improvement. Self-praise would be important too, just because I don't really want to do things for the praise of others, you know, so I don't want to, you know, go compete, or I don't want to teach, or whatever it may be, just to get praise from other people. I mean, if that's your goal, then, I mean, that's all you get. You know, if you get praise from other people, that lasts very short. You're going to find yourself discontent very soon, right? You got to be happy with your performance. You got to be happy from within about what you do in life, you know. So self-praise is important. Say, you know what, I gave my best effort. I think I did a good job. I'm happy with that. You know, that's a very important thing. But it has to be in balance with self-confrontation and self-examination, as I've already discussed. So when you do that, though, you find yourself, once again, you find yourself in a place that's more content. You're not seeking praise from others. And praise from others is a good thing, but I'm just saying don't perform for that purpose. That's going to leave you feeling empty at the end of the day. So self-coaching involves a lot of things. It involves talking yourself through situations. It involves self-confrontation. It involves self-praise. We could go on and on about all these different things we could talk about. Self-respect. This is also part of self-leadership. Learning to be your own leader, right? Of course, you might be under other people as well who lead you and that you look up to, mentors, which is important. But you got to learn to lead yourself at the end of the day. You know, that's what it comes down to, is if anybody is a good leader, they're trying to teach you to lead yourself, you know, so that you can go and do and be and take ownership of things in life, which is very important. So there's a lot of freedom in that. Once again, I'm sorry, my voice is like gone today. It's shot. Got to wrap this up. But so yes, self-coaching, self-leadership, self-examination, self-confrontation, self-improvement, self-praise. These are all really important things in life. When you learn, I always say to my kids, in the kids class at least, I say, you know, if you can control yourself, nobody else has to, you know, right? But you can use that in other ways. You know, if you can coach yourself, nobody else has to. If you can lead yourself, nobody else has to. Not to say there's anything wrong with other people doing it. I'm just saying, you know, that idea, that concept, it goes a long way. You should always seek wisdom and guidance from other people. But hopefully, as that wisdom and guidance passes down, you can use it to coach yourself. So, yeah, just something to think about. These kind of topics, again, we talk about at Clinch Academy. It's a part of what we do. It's a part of training. You know, not only do we teach martial arts here, self-defense, health and fitness, but we try to teach a better way of life. We try to teach self-improvement. In other words, self-improvement is a big part of what we do, and self-coaching is a big part of self-improvement. So if you're interested in things like self-improvement amongst self-defense, mixed martial arts, kickboxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, health and fitness, then you should come visit us at Clinch Academy. We offer you 2 free classes, which you can call 301-682-8589 or visit clinchacademy.com and get your 2 free classes set up today. We would love to have you come be a part of our Clinch family. We have a great community, very positive training environment. It's very family friendly, very clean, very safe. We try to make this, you know, a home away from home for our students. So we would love to have you come check us out. If you're interested, go ahead and visit our website or give us a call. You can even comment below, #interested, and we'll connect with you and help you out. All right, you guys take care. Hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching, Cody.